How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Dan Herr here for ACTE 655. 5 minutes goes fast, so let's do this thing. A little bit about myself. I've been teaching for 16 years. I don't know where that time went, but all of them have been here at the Hempfield School District. The first 11 years I was teaching middle school mathematics, things like pre-algebra, algebra 1. The past 5 years I've been up here at the high school still teaching math, but it's a little more varied. Algebra 1, geometry, statistics, like all sorts of fun stuff. I've been going to Millersville now basically nonstop since 2002, which is ridiculous when I think about it. It's almost 2 decades. But between bachelor work and other master's work, it has to be some sort of record. I am very blessed to have a wife and 3 daughters there in the picture. My daughters are 9, 7, and 4, respectively. And as far as hobbies, I enjoy track and field. I coach track and field. I enjoy to weight train, and I love doing yard work. Like, I'm that guy who has to have the patterns for his yard. My wife thinks it's nuts. Probably is, but I enjoy it. What's STEM? In my own words, full disclosure, before doing the readings, I had a very surface level understanding of STEM. I thought I incorporated it quite often because I'm a math teacher, and then upon further reflection, I realized I really don't do it as much as I should. Why? Because I've come to realize STEM is a focused, intentional incorporation of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics through a project-based learning style that is based in the real world and is really impactful for students. Along with that, though, our one video pointed out that there had to be a balance between textbooks and lectures as well as the hands-on learning. And I think that's a really good point to remember as well. As awesome as STEM is, there's still room for lecture and introducing topics through worksheets, in my humble opinion, but maybe as my understanding evolves, I'll get farther away from that. We'll have to wait and see. As far as STEM in the classroom that I currently do, in our stats, logic, and algorithms class, we have a college loan project where students research 2 different schools that they are considering, and they extrapolate the yearly costs, the board costs, tuition costs, and then they run those figures over a 4- and 5-year period. This is a class for mostly seniors, so then they get an idea how much their college education is going to cost. From there, I have them take those numbers and extrapolate them into a loan calculator where they run a 10-year, 20-year, and 30-year loan given today's current interest rates to see what their monthly payments would be to do that. That usually takes about 2 days to do all of that research. From there, the 3rd day, we have them do a career choice list where they choose their 2 top careers and they find out what that median salary is. From there, they extrapolate it, figure out what their net monthly income will be. And lastly, we have them run a table to see, essentially, given this job choice that earns this much net per month, will you be able to afford living expenses, afford utilities, afford groceries, and still be able to pay off your college loans at the end of that time period? If not, maybe you need to reevaluate your college plans or your career choices. As far as the STEM practices that take place during the college loan project, my students are analyzing and interpreting the data all the time as they're researching it and putting it in the tables and extrapolating that. They plan and carry out investigations. We have to see if life is truly feasible given these financial constraints. As far as the technological systems, it's all web-based, so they're researching their career, researching college costs, and my personal favorite, using loan calculators to get a feel for what the monthly cost will be. And then they do reason abstractly and quantitatively. Basically, can we live a lifestyle that'll make these numbers match up? Why is STEM so important? I have to fully agree with Neil deGrasse Tyson, where STEM establishes a problem-solving way of thinking. I try to convey that to my students all the time. And I love what he had to say about it promotes job creation and economy evolution. That's a great point. Lastly, goals for this course. I'd like to deepen my awareness, specifically how to incorporate more STEM opportunities into the classroom. Here are my research or my resources for this. Thank you, folks.